Hello friends, this is Sujoy Chatterjee welcoming you to lesson 20 of the series of Japanese lessons for beginners on my YouTube channel SARAL JAPANI. Today we shall learn kanji symbols from 41 to 50. Here is lesson 20 kanji grade 1 41 to 50 of 80. The first symbol today is hope, chances, idea, to see, opinion, look at, or visible. So everything related to seeing something or visualizing something or to have an idea of. So this is the symbol. The on reading is ken. The kun readings are miru, mieru, and miseru. The usage in onyomi will be ken, which is view of life, etc. That is outlook. Then we have kenkai. Kenkai means opinion or point of view. Koken. Koken means guardianship, guardian, theatrical assistant or a prompter. Then we have seiken, which is political views. In kunyomi usage, we have miru. Miru means to see, to look, to watch, to view, to observe, to examine, to look over, to assess, to check, to judge, to attend to take care of, to experience, to meet with, that is misfortune, success, etc. Then we have miru miru. Miru miru means very fast in a twinkle and before one's eyes. So something happening very, very fast. Then we have mieru. Mieru means to be seen, to be visible, to be in sight, to look, to seem, to appear, to come. Then we have mieruka. Mieruka means visualization, rendering, visible of a visibility of a problem or even digitization. Then we have miseru. Miseru means to show, to display, to make something or someone look, to present an appearance of, to make something worth watching, to be entertaining, to make a show of doing, to do in a conspicuous manner, to do in view of others, to resolve to do at any cost, and to show others that one will. So this is a radical in itself, and how this radical is evolved that we will see in the next slide. But before that, let's have a look at the stroke order. So this is quite similar to some of the kanji symbols that we have already done. And so this is the order. So this is how it is evolved. See, this is the I radical, and this is the variant of person radical, which shows these two legs of a person. So when we combine these two, we get this radical. We get this radical as the radical of vision or to look at or to see something. That is to have eyes for a person. So this is what this radical, what this kanji symbol stands for. Next is the kanji for life or birth or genuine. So in onyomi we have sei and sho, and in kunyomi there are a lot many uh, words that may be applicable according to the context. So these are ikiru, ikas, ikeru, umamreru, umare, umu, o, ki, nama, naru, nasu, musu, u. So let's come to the usage. We have sei, which means life, living, I, me, myself, or even student. Then we have seiku. Seiku means birth and growth, giving birth and raising, development or breeding. Then we have kaisei, means resurrection or resuscitation. Then we have seika, which means house where one was born or one's parents' house. Then we have sessho. Sessho means killing or destruction of life. Then we have some more meanings or usages from Kun'yomi. So these are ikiru. Ikiru means to live, to exist, to make a living, to subsist, to be in effect, to be in use, to function, to come to life, to be enlivened. Enlivened. Then we have ikiruchikara. This is ikiruchikara, which means zest for living or energy to live. Then we have ikasu. Ikasu means to make the best use of, to put to good use, to leverage, for example, skills, attributes, experience, etc. To capitalize on, for example, experience, to let live, to keep alive, to revive, to resuscitate, to bring back to life, or to restore. That is a deleted passage in proofreading and so on. Then we have ikeru, which means to arrange, for example, flowers or to plant something. Then we have ikerushi kabane. Ikirushi kabane, ikerushi kabane means living corpse. Then we have umareru. Umareru means to be born. And then we have umare, which means birth or birthplace, born in for example, country, month, imperial era, zodiac year, and so on. So that is the place and date and time of birth. Some more usage. We have umaretsuki. This is umaretsuki, which is by nature, by birth, or naturally, natural or innate. Then we have umu. Umu means to give birth, to bear child, to lay eggs, to produce, to yield, to give rise to or to deliver. Then we have o, or we have hairu, which means to grow, to spring up, to cut teeth, and so on. Then we have hayas, which means to grow, to cultivate, to wear a beard. Then we have ki, which means pure or undiluted, raw or crude. Then we have kiji, which means cloth, fabric, or material. Then we have shiniki, which means death and life. Then we have nama, which means raw, uncooked, fresh, natural, as it is, unedited, unprocessed, unprotected. For example, sex. Then raw and bareback. So anything that is raw and unprotected and unprocessed, unedited, this falls under nama. This is the radical in itself, and this is the stroke order, and how this kanji symbol has been derived. This is the origin. So this is a small sapling, kind of a small plant, which denotes life or birth, and then this is evolved like this, and finally it has taken this shape. So this is nothing but a sapling that has just grown out of the ground, and it represents birth, and also it represents life, and also it represents something genuine. Next is the kanji for power, strength, strong, strain, bear up, or exert. The onyomi readings are ryoku, riki, ri, and kun'yomi reading is chikara. The onyomi usage, ryoku, which means strength, power, proficiency, ability. Then we have rikisaku, which means painstaking piece of work, work of great effort, outstanding work. Then we have suireku, which means hydraulic power, that is water power. Then we have ireku, which is uh, power, might, authority. Then we have rikigaku, which means mechanics and dynamics. In kunyomi, we have chikara, which means force, strength, might, vigor, energy, capability, ability, proficiency, capacity, faculty, exertions, power, authority, and influence. Then we have chikara tsuyoi, which means powerful, strong, forceful, vigorous, reassuring, and encouraging. This is a radical by itself, and this is the stroke order. There are just two strokes to make this kanji, and this is how it is originated. So this is it represents some kind of energy that is coming from the sky, some lightning or something, and in this way it's gradually evolved, and finally it has taken the shape of this. Then we have the kanji for rice field, and it's called den in onyomi and ta in kunyomi. You will find these a lot in Japan, and we have dan. So this is tahata. Tahata means rice, fields of rice and other crops. Then we have dennen. Dennen means the country, countryside, rural districts, cultivated land and fields. Then we have soden. Soden means mulberry plantation, and we have Sweden, which means water filled paddy field, or that is paddy field that is filled with water, especially at the time of sowing of the saplings. In Kun'yomi, we have Ta as rice field, sorry. Then we have Taue, which means rice planting. Then we have Shinden, which means new rice field or newly developed rice field. Westland or marshland newly reclaimed as a rice field in the Edo period. Then we have Enden, which means salt pan or field for drying salt. This is again a radical by itself, and this is the stroke order. So this is rice field, and how it has come, this is very much clear, and it's like self-explanatory. So it resembles a rice field. So next we have the kanji for male, that is the male gender. And as you can see here, it is the combination of rice field and energy or power. So let's see how it goes. In On'yomi, it's called dan or nan, and in Kun'yomi, it's called otoko or o. So this represents the male gender or the man. In On'yomi, the usage includes dan, which is masculine noun, son, baron, man, or male. Then we have danshi. Danshi means a boy, a man, or a male. Then we have kidan. Kidan means a married man. We have nan as son, and Ichinan as the eldest son or the first son. Ichi means one. Then we have Jinan, which means the second son. Then we have Danjo, which means men and women, or the both the genders. In Kun'yomi, we have Otoko, which means man, male, fellow, guy, chap, bloke, male lover, boyfriend, manliness, or manly honor. Then we have Otokonoko. Otokonoko means son or a baby boy or a very young man. Then we have Yama Otoke, which means giant, woodsman, or alpinist, which means a mountaineer. And we use O in general as for male, manly, brave, heroic, larger of the two, that is larger of the two genders, greater man, and husband. The radical included, as I said earlier, it's the radical for power or energy and radical for rice field. So this is combined, these are combined to get the kanji symbol for male gender. This is the stroke order. So total 7 strokes will be needed to complete this symbol. Rice field radical, power radical gives the male. So what is the logic? The gender that works in the fields for agriculture and the physically stronger sex. Then we have the 46th kanji of the series for town, village, block, and street. Here again we see ta, that is the rice field. The On'yomi reading is cho and Kun'yomi reading is machi. We will see both of these written in every street, corner, and several places in Japan. Cho means town, block, neighborhood, street. Cho is the unit of land area, which is approximately 0.99 hectares. Then we have Chokikai, which means town council. Then we have Docho, which means the same town or that town, that is the town in question. Then we have Monzen Machi. Monzen Machi means town originally built around a temple or a shrine. In Kun'yomi, we have Machi as town, block, neighborhood, downtown, main street, street or road. Then we have Machikado. Machikado means street corner. We have Muromachi, which is Muromachi period that lasted from 1336 to 1573. And we have Monzen Machi once again. So it's the same meaning, that is town originally built around a temple or a shrine. Radical is the paddy field, as it's clear. And this is the stroke order. So again, 7 strokes. And how this symbol has been derived. So this is the rice field, and this is a road connecting the rice field to the rest of the village or the town. So this is uh, adopted into this kanji symbol, and it represents a town, village, a block, or a street. Next is the kanji for flower. We know kanji, the onyomi readings are ka and ke, and kun'yomi is hana. The usage, hanagata, which means floral pattern, flourish, ornament, or star, actor, player, etc. Then we have hanadzano, which is flower garden. Then we have kenka, which means flower offering or floral tribute. Then we have hanakago, which means flower basket. We have kebbyo. This is kebbyo, which means flower vase. And then we have tenge, flowers that bloom in the heavens. In Kun'yomi, we have hana as flower, blossom, bloom, petal, or cherry blossoms. Then we have uh, nanohana. Nanohana means rape blossoms or rapeseed flowers. This is derived from the grass radical. This is the radical for grass. So we have not yet done this radical since it is not part of the grade 1 kanjis. So it will be done later on in this series. But for the time being, let's just remember that this is the grass radical from where this flower radical has been, this flower kanji has been derived. This is the stroke order. And this is how this kanji has evolved over the ages. So as you can see, it very much resembles a flower. Next is the kanji for evening or sunset. Onyomi reading is seki and kunyomi reading is yu. So we have yuhi, which means evening sun or the setting sun. We have shuseki, which means an autumn evening. We have isseki, which means one evening or some evenings. In kunyomi, we have yu, which means evening. We have yukan, evening paper, that is evening newspaper. Then we have sakuyu. Sakuyu means yesterday evening or the last night. And we have harunoyu, which means spring evening. It's a radical by itself, and we have the stroke order like this. So there are 3 strokes involved. And as you can see, this is the setting sun. It has evolved, the symbol has evolved like this from ancient till modern age. And finally, this symbol has been finalized for the kanji. We have next kanji for rain. In onyomi, it is u, and in kunyomi, it is ame, ama, same. So it may take any of these forms as per the usage or the appropriate context. Ame Mizu means rainwater, as we all know. Ame means rain and Mizu is water. So Ame Mizu is rainwater. We have Uki as rainy season. We have Shuchugo. Shuchugo is local downpour or a sudden severe rainfall. Then we have Shigure, which means rainwater in late autumn or fall or early winter or seasonal rain. Then we have Kunyomi Ame as rain, rainy day or rainy weather. We have Amefuri. Amefuri means rainfall, rainy weather or rainy or a wet day. Then we have Samidare. Samidare means early summer rain. And we have Tsuyoi Ame. Tsuyoi Ame means heavy rain, especially specifically 20 to 29 millimeter per hour in JMAUs. It is again a radical by itself, and this is the stroke order. So this is the sky or the heaven, and this is a cloud, piece of cloud, and these are the raindrops that are falling from the cloud. So this kanji basically represents a cloud with drops of rain falling from it. So this is how it is derived. The last kanji of today's lesson is year. The on reading is G, the kun reading is Mimi. We have Jibika, otolaryngology, that is the science of ear, nose, and throat. Then we have Chuji, which means middle ear or tympanum. Then we have the external ear or even concha as Gaiji. This is Gaiji. In Kun'yomi, we have Mimi for ear, hearing, ear for music, etc., edge, crust, heel of bread or cheese, or even the handle. Then we have uh, Mimi Zavari, which means hard on the ears, offensive to the ear, rasping, rough, harsh, grating, jarring, or cacophonous. Then we have O Mimi. You can see this O represents big. We have seen this. O Mimi means big ears, listening without paying any attention. And we have To Mimi. To Mimi means sharp hearing. That is, uh, a person having uh, hearing problem, that is impaired hearing impaired person. This is again a radical by itself, and this is the stroke order. So this is how it is derived. So this is the human ear, and this symbol has evolved over the ages like this, and finally it has got this shape, and from here this modern symbol has been derived for ear. So friends, that's all for today. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye. Sayonara.